Rewind, brought to you by our friends over at AMC. There's only something that came out about 10 years ago, because 20 years ago there was one release, and we covered it. It was From Dusk Till Dawn. I think they put it in.
I can't.
We covered it last week. I think that we put it. They maybe went to like wide release. It just shows you January has always been a dumping ground, and sometimes they're like, yeah, I don't even put anything out this week. But 10 years ago, we had Looking for Comedy in the Muslim World and Underworld Evolution. Yeah. Schnepp, what stands out?
Well, for me, what stands out is it was such a bummer because I love Albert Brooks, but that was like such a misfire, that film. The Looking for Comedy in the Muslim World, I had to look elsewhere for comedy when I saw that film. It's just not working for me. Underworld Evolution, I like the Underworld movies, and I have a soft spot for it, a fluffy spot for it, if you will, because I wrote the animated version of Underworld. It's called Underworld Endless Wars. Find it on the YouTubes. But the Evolution film, I thought it was fun. It was an interesting sequel to the Underworld franchise, but it didn't do it as well as what I liked. I liked the very first Underworld, so I think that whole thing could still work if they did a reboot.
Mark, what stands out to you?
I'm a monster fan of Albert Brooks, and I enjoyed Looking for Comedy in the Muslim World for what it was. Coming out 10 years ago in 2006, it was a bit of a different time than even it is now as far as people traveling and going to places around the world, especially talking about a subject that's as subjective as comedy is. I love Albert Brooks. I recommend you check it out, and then you can form your own opinion on that. From Dusk Till Dawn is one I want to talk about, Christian, because, God, I love watching this movie. Robert Rodriguez directing it. What a slam, bang, fun, kind of stupid little fluffy action horror thriller. George Clooney, before he really knew what he was doing on screen as far as being a movie star, but God, he owned it. And Quentin Tarantino with the hand, and they shot through his hand and they duct taped it together in the movie. Salma Hayek, Cheech Marin's hilarious. Fred the Hammer Williamson. Great movie.
Tom Savini with his strange penis gun.
Right.
Remember that?
Right.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to say Underworld for me, because what it was, even though I don't really love the movies themselves, I think that Kate Beckinsale proved that she was a badass in the movies, and I look, they're still making this. And the new one coming out this year.
Yeah, there's another one.
So it's the one that it's built a franchise. It was a movie that, like I said, between her and did Len Weissman do the second one as well?
I believe he did. It was always funny to me. There was like vampires versus lichens. Just call them werewolves. Nah. They're lichens.
Yeah, what sells more tickets? Like, at some point, if you're going to make 19 of these movies, call them what my mom knows to be the furry beast that everybody's afraid of. Yeah.